Hello, this is Trading with Confidence, and I'm John Breland. I'm sure you have heard the saying, never time the market, or if anybody tells you they can time the market, run as fast as possible away from them, or it's not about timing the market, it's time in the market. Well, I'm going to address those things in this video, and I'm going to show you that timing the market is actually what you want to aim for as a trader. So stick around. So in my introduction, I mentioned three sayings. One is don't ever time the market. The other one is similar, but if anybody tells you they can time the market, then run away from them as fast as possible. And then the other saying is it's not timing the market, it's time in the market. So I have a new saying, and that is timing is everything in the market. So I'm going against conventional wisdom, and I'm thinking the reason people are telling you this, especially like you'll hear this from like 401k advisors and other financial analysts, and that is because there has to be a group of people that do not know about market timing. So market timing is a very secretive, very protected technology, and the people that know how to time the market are the ones that are making a lot more money than the rest of us. So so this video is about why those sayings I don't want to say I believe. I mean, I know those sayings are false. So the system that I have developed is exactly a timing system. So the first saying, I want to give it a little bit different way of looking at the first saying. So the first saying is you should never time the market. Well, the equation for the surge oscillator is they're derivative equations. They're driving velocity from time, driving velocity from position, deriving acceleration from velocity, and then deriving the surge final from acceleration. And each of those equations includes time. So this oscillator has time cubed. It's not just, I'm not just timing the market, I'm time cubing the market. In other words, time times time times time. There's so much time built into this oscillator. I'm time cubing. Does that make sense? I mean, it's going in the exact opposite direction of people saying you can't time the market. So when people say you can't time the market, to me it's like saying you can't sit in the front of the bus, or you can't enter a particular club because you don't look right, or it's just a form of suppression. But what's really going to stop me from creating the equations that I create? Nobody can stop me from that. I mean, it's just unbelievable to hear people say you cannot time the market when I literally put equations in that include time cubed in my surge oscillator. So I mean, it's a big, sorry about this, but it's a big FU to all those people that I can't time the market. Oh yeah, I timed it. Okay, it's in my equations, exactly in my equations here. So another thing I want to say, let's look at that. So the first two sayings are very similar. You shouldn't time the market. Well, I did. And we should run away from people who say they can time the market. Well, you shouldn't, because I am very successful with this oscillator. You could be too. And so the third thing is, it's not time in the market, but it's not timing the market, it's time in the market. Well, people that say that are just ignorant. I'm sorry to say that, but they're just ignorant. And they do, it's partially correct. It is partially correct, okay? If you believe that a market is forever bullish, then you could say, yeah, time in the market works, okay? So let's say you happen to be here and you had this philosophy, time in the market. Well, how well did it work for you? It worked really, really good, right? It shot up, and who knows? I mean, many years from now, the market could be even higher. And so time in the market worked very well for you. But what if you were right here and you just said, okay, I believe in time in the market. So you buy here, and so now you've spent a year without any profit at all. And maybe, yeah, it'll go up. Okay, maybe it'll go up and finally you'll get your profit. But isn't it much better to time it down here, or to time it here, or time the exit up here? I mean, doesn't it make more sense that if you know how to trade, if you're a professional trader, it means that you know to buy these lows, you know to sell at these highs, you know to buy down here, you know how to sell. So let's say from a more macro point of view, okay, you know how to time the market. So you get in down here, you know the time to get out is up here. This is the ideal situation, okay? You know the time to get out here because you have a good timing system, right? So you make money on the way up, and then you know this is the top. So you know basically you should be shorting up here. So then you short and you capture all this move down. And then you know this is the bottom. So you switch from short to long, and you buy up here. And let's say you know that this, because you have a good timing system again, this is where you should be shorting the market, and you make money on the way down. So what you've turned this market into a constant money machine. You've taken all these squiggles and turned it into a straight line from every point, from every period in the market. Okay? That to me is market mastery. I mean, that is the real traders. That's what they know how to do. Now that's very, very hard to do, and not many people can achieve it. And to be honest, I haven't quite achieved it yet. However, there have been times when I have bought trends up and sold and went short and went, and so I've accomplished some sense of that with the system that I have. Okay, but you have to also consider that there's a lot going on in life as all this happens, and many things happen that get in the way of trading or whatever. Okay, so but what I'm trying to say is that the whole idea, time in the market, is half true. It's half true. Okay, you have to have time in the market in order to short here and make money by buying back down here. Okay, so time in the market is true, but I think what most people think about when they think about time in the market, they're thinking about, just hold, just hodl all this time. Okay, that is just, in a way, it's kind of a lazy person's way to approach the market. If you have the right tools, if you have professional level tools, you can time it so you're shorting here, buying here, shorting here, buying here, this kind of thing. That is the ideal situation. Okay, now reality is that that likely, depending on your style of trading, some people will trade short, and so they're thinking in terms of buying here, selling here, buying here, selling here. And that's what I've actually done in this particular area right here, buying down here, selling up here. But I was doing many other things in my life during this period of time. But as you can see, these things are possible. The equations do exist. So I want to make it very clear that I want to like break some myths. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to break these myths and provide some common sense to people. Now, again, a lot of people have given up, or they don't believe it's even possible to know how to time the market. And unfortunately, these terms that people hear, because they don't know any better, they're taught these false ideas, right? These false myths, because they just don't know any better. They'll just believe it because there's some kind of authority or something telling them. Well, I just don't subscribe to that kind of stuff at all. I broke all the way through it, created my system, and I'm now telling you, from what I've learned from this system, I've learned what the myths are and what the truth is. Okay? So I want to encourage you to learn about the surge. It'll teach you and allow you to sift the chaff from the wheat, so to speak. There's so much bad information out there, and even the top influencers don't know what they're doing, don't know what they're talking about. They really, really don't. And by studying this system, you start to understand what is true, what really does work. Anyway, that's all I have for today, and I wish you the best in your trading, and I'll see you next time. So that's all I have for today's video. The surge really makes a big difference in understanding what the market is doing at any particular time, and I implore you to study it, and it will definitely improve your trading, and it will give you the sense of the possibility of mastering trading for yourself, and of course a lot of the money that comes along with it. Okay, see you next time.